在节目的开始，想跟大家做一个小提醒，也就是我们订阅制的内容呢，每一个月都会在第一个礼拜三更新。那也就是说呢，我们4月的新内容会在4月6号跟大家见面。那我们在4月的内容呢，也就是如何处理负面的对话。Now see you guys in class. 那第二个小提醒，也就是这个单元呢，其实是在我们奥斯卡颁奖典礼之前所录制的，所以今天的单元是比较 focus 在如何用幽默去回应酸民对你的一些小 insults。 那如果关于奥斯卡奖发生事情的这个单元呢，我们会在下周二推出给大家。 So enjoy the show today。别人的恶性批评，你是怎么回应呢？很伤心、很生气是正常的，但要怎么从你的回应来表现出你的幽默呢？那让我们今天就来听听要如何从你的 reply 得到 respect。Hello， 欢迎来到 Executive Plus 主管与沟通力的 podcast。I'm Sherry, an educator, certified coach, and style enthusiast。我相信专业有效的沟通是语言跟逻辑的完美结合。
And I'm Nick, a startup consultant, corporate trainer, and late-night gaming junkie. I believe great communication requires the right mindset and solid frameworks.
我们希望带给大家职场英语的技能、跨文化沟通技巧与其他能帮助您成为出色领导者的工具。
Join us each week as we share our experience, research, and methodologies to take your communication and language skills from good to great. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Executive Plus podcast. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day, a day that is usually marked by practical jokes and insults. Today, we want to talk about how do you take an insult. Maybe you're not the person out there trying to joke or insult other people, but if you've listened to previous episodes talking about how to be witty in a second language, self-deprecating humor, this is another good episode for you. When someone makes a joke or insults, sometimes we take it personally and it's hard to process. But what is a way that you don't have to be super witty or you don't have to insult them back, that you can take an insult, process it, and make someone actually have more respect for you when they're done?
那这个单元呢，当然我觉得也是因为 April Fool's Day, let's have a little fun。 那我也正好呢在 YouTube 上面看到一个 channel， 它叫做 The Improvement Pill。 那这个主持人呢，他就讲到 What's the best way to respond to insults？ 那你也知道嘛，在网络上面有很多 internet trolls， 就是很简单，现在我们给人家回应啊 leave a comment 好像都没有什么感觉，因为你可以 anonymous， 你可以匿名，你也不用讲你的名字，人家也不知道你是谁，所以大家都常常会在网络上面有这些行为会发生。那他就讲说啊 How do you really respond to an insult？ 那这个 insult 呢，你要用什么样的方式反而会让人家更尊敬你，所以今天就让我们来学习一下他讲的这个方法。
So when it comes to getting an insult, there's a few ways that you can respond. One is you can just shoot right back at them.
Yeah.
And I always joke, and there's a way to do that is very insulting, and it's not always going to have the best way. But usually I will just add whatever they said, I will add your face. Is that?
Yes, that's a little immature, in my opinion.
It's very immature, but it is often hilarious.
I have to say yes. 每次我都会說 Nick, 你很煩 And then he'll be like, your face is 煩
Yeah, basically anyone's be like, oh, this is so boring. Be like, your face is boring.
So anyway, it's a little bit immature, but I think there is a better way. But I think what Nick said, 有的时候我们的 respond, 我们很他的 respond 比较特别啦但我觉得普通人的 respond 通常都会感到说你怎么可以这样说我 And we want to like fight back, like we will feel like we have to fight back. 但是有的时候啦，老实说在这种网络上面啊，或者是你只是朋友，或有些你不太认识的人跟你说这些话，你有必要 fight back? Maybe not, right?
Right. So there's another way for you to respond that is a little more mature, but it usually puts the other person off because they're expecting a fight back. They're expecting banter or back and forth, or they're expecting you to get upset. But when you do this, it usually catches them by surprise and they'll be like, oh, okay. And it usually ends. And this is called agree and amplify, which means you actually accept their criticism, you accept their insult, you actually take it too far. And again, it shows a little bit of self-deprecating humor, but it often surprises someone to the point that they're like, oh, and then they'll just give up.
Yeah, absolutely. 因为通常我们有些人 give you an insult, 你会觉得你可能第一个 response 是 disagree, right? 你会觉得为了自己我一定要 defend 捍卫自己一下 explain myself. 但是如果 agree and amplify 这完全是大家没有办法出乎意料之外. So I think let's give you guys a really quick example. Okay. 如果有人在网络上面或者说 you're so fat.That's a terrible insult. You're so fat. To agree and amplify, 也就是会说 Yeah, the fries have to go somewhere.
Yeah, or something like, I'm on a mission to drink every pearl milk tea in Taiwan to find out which is the best. There's some consequences.
There you go. Or, 如果在工作，然后你做了一个 presentation, 那今天有人说 This is not a good presentation. How would you agree and amplify?
Yeah, maybe, but it's not a bad one either.
Yeah.So you agree, you amplified it, 然后听起来就是你非常的，你有你的幽默，你也不是把它放在心上，我觉得反而会让人家觉得all right, 以后不会想再 insult, right? 以后想要真正的蛮尊敬你的感觉。
I might also say something to Sherry like, your outfit is terrible.
Okay, 我第一个想法，我真的很想说这个是 I got it from your closet. 但是这个里面有点 insult, 这个也是 insult, like insult to insult. 但如果我们真的要用 agree and amplify, 我们可以用 Oh, I didn't have time to go fashion class this week.
Yeah, or it's like, oh, I decided to let my toddler choose what I was wearing this week.
Yeah, I think that was just a cute response to this insult.
Or we always have that moment where we accidentally spill something and then you have the office sarcastic person, in our case, me. I'd be like, wow, that's so graceful.
And I can say, as you can tell, I was top of my dance class.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one that I think I got this before, I have to say. 我在刚刚开始教书的时候，我的 experience 基本上是0的时候。然后我那个时候还是真的刚开始啦，我就照着书教，然后可能还没有太多的一些 activity， 然后就有一个学生跟我讲 You're so boring 我当场很想死，你知道吗？因为他是当着所有的人面讲 You're so boring， 我到现在还记得So that's why I think I'm trying to make everything really interesting to kind of negate that. Okay, so let's say someone said, you're so boring. How would you agree and amplify that?
So for me, I would just say like, yeah, I put myself to bed every night.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Now, a lot of people may seem like, oh, why would I insult myself after someone insulted me? But again, the purpose behind agree and amplify is not to get defensive, is not to engage the person, because anyone who goes around and is purposefully insulting, whether it's for fun or not, they're expecting a reaction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And what agree amplify does is it allows you to walk away from the situation because they're usually put off guard. They're usually surprised by the answer and because they're not getting the reaction they expect. And it allows you just to kind of walk away with like some dignity.
Yeah. 我觉得很重要的心态是，当人家 insult, 不管是 online, whatever, in a workplace, 他可能要的是你的 reaction. 但是如果你没有给他要的 reaction 的话，你就赢了。因为你第一个你没有把它变成是好像真的是跟自己相关。其实 the insult has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with that person.Right. So I think that's just a very good mindset to have. And then using agreed and amplify, it just kind of to amplify that.
Well, we hope that you have a wonderful April Fool's Day and no one gets onto you too badly. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
The Executive Plus podcast is a Presentality Group production, produced and hosted by Sherry Fang and Nick Howard.You can search us on Facebook, 主管英文 Executive Plus. You can also find us on Instagram, Communication R&D, and email us at sherry@epstyleplus.com.